Good morning, everyone. This is Saturday morning. I was up about 6:30 this morning. I had my breakfast. I got up at 6:30. Got out about 7. Had my breakfast and then went to Home Depot to try to get some, I can't get oil-based paint, of course. So I got some Glidden house paint. And I asked if they could make up a quart of redwood, similar to the redwood stain that I use, the solid stain that I do use on my deck. And they mixed up a quart for me. It's Glidden. I guess it's a clear, and then they put the coloring in. So that was $20, and I'll show you that. And the reason I'm doing this is the knobs that I put on there, they're pressure treated, which I coated with a coat of boiled linseed oil probably several weeks ago. But where they glue the things together, there were a little tiny crack in it in most of them. So I filled it with Titebond glue yesterday, and I worked it all in, because I don't want them things splitting apart. So I'm going to paint that, all of them. I probably won't do that on video, but I'll show you what I'm going to do. And as I said, I got a quart of this. So my intention is to clean off the boiled linseed oil on the rail that I put on about 3 or 4 weeks ago with paint thinner, mineral spirits, and dry it up good and paint it. Now, the weather guessers said we're not going to get any rain until Monday. Today is Saturday. So if I can believe the guessers, I'm going to paint, because like I said before, my saying is paint between raindrops. If it rains one day, it's dry the next, paint that day. Rains the next, well, tough. Nothing I can do about it. Because if I waited for the weather to be good, none of these paint jobs would get done. So, I've had good luck with Glidden house paint. This is semi-gloss redwood now, which will match the deck. And it'll keep this wood from drying out and splitting. So, I'm going to show you that. I just got back, and I don't know what time it is now, 8:30 in the morning. I'm guessing. I don't have a clock in this shed. I have it in my shop. So, while I was there, I looked in the bargain bin, and they had a little over 6 foot long pressure treated 2x4. It had one knot in the side, 70% off, because it was in what they call a cull lumber bin, C-U-L. Whatever that stands for, I don't know, but it's 70% off. So I always look through there, so I picked that up too. That's in the car. No projects for it yet, but when you need a pressure-treated 2x4, you got it. So in the shed here, my wife's monitor a few days ago went out, and it came back on again. And the power light no longer shows on it. So we ordered another one, another monitor. It came in yesterday and hooked it up. And this is the one she had. It's a Dell. It's heavy. The one she's got now from Amazon, $79, is half the weight of this. And the dimensions are, it's a 19-inch monitor, which is all that'll fit in there, but from here to here is 11 inches. On her new one, it's only 10. The width is the same. And it's very light, so I don't know. But anyways, the power button here lights up. It used to light up, now it don't. So it's probably got a bad electrolytic. I can't work on these things. It's not worth taking apart. because I'm not going to be able to fix it anyways. So it's another thing. It works right now. It's stayed on. It's been working. So we'll figure we'll change it. We thought maybe that's the problem, but no. I tried that other computer, which is sitting over here now, and it still shuts down. I got some other memory, put it in, it started up fine, and it all was fine with the screen and everything else. Then it says shutting down, and it went down. Push the power button, the whole thing come back up again, and shutting down. So these things can't be fixed. I mean, you can keep replacing parts, and eventually you'll find out. But by that time, you might as well buy a new computer. So, sadly to say, this is only going to be for parts or a computer genius to fix it. So it's sitting here in the shed. So let me take you out to the car and show you the paint that I got. I had to mix up. It cost $20 for a quart, but I think there's going to be enough to do the top of the railings and all the knobs, the 12 knobs I got up there that you've seen if you've been watching my video, and that bench top out there, because I got to paint it. I can't leave it all year without anything on it.
Okay, it's glidden, and they mixed it up with redwood. You can see the little sample up there on the top. You got a brush and a stirrer and the 2x4. I always check the bargain bin. No projects right away for this, but when I have one, I'll have the wood. The tree junk keeps falling down. So this will be good for this too, but that'll be later. Let me go take you over to the bench. Now my wife is sleeping. One of the windows is open, so I can't talk. So she got very good hearing, and she does not sleep good at all. So I'm going to take you up on the railing and try to get you some close-ups of the cracks and stuff that I was mentioning about on these knobs that are here. So let me take you over there. Okay, you can see here where the glue is. I put some glue in here. Not all of them are like this. This one here is okay. This one here had a seam in it, and it was, you could stick a razor blade in there. That's how much of a gap there was there. This one here is okay. This one here is an example right here. See that? These are okay. All right. This one here was the worst one. Right here, and had to really work the tight bond glue in there yesterday. So that's why I want to get some paint on this. And these here. Here is boiled linseed oil. It's still sticky. So what I got to do is take some paint thinner and clean this off, sand it a little bit, make sure it's good and dry, and then paint it. Same with here and here. That's boiled linseed oil and pheno seal in there. That one's pretty good, and that one's pretty good. And the Douglas fir has to be wiped down because this is not pressure treated, so I'm gonna have to paint this. There's no stickiness, so the boiled linseed oil is not going to be a problem. I can just hit it with a sandpaper and wipe it down with a cloth and just paint it. Same with here. This is the way it was. This is very, very slightly rough, but not too bad. So we'll work on that later on when I get my work clothes on. Alright, this is the piece I just picked up today. Well, I cut off about 4 or 5 inches off this 4x4 before, but anyways, I'd say this is probably about 6.5 feet maybe. You got a knot here, but see what they mean? It's cull, C-U-L, 70% off. So they have a bin that they do this in, but you can't get plywood anymore on the bargain bin. But that's how I got these. And the 6 foot, actually 4 foot, 2x6. So again, no projects for that, but I'll have a use for it eventually if I live long enough. Alright, so I gotta clean this off, but that's gonna be later on. So yeah, you can probably read that, I don't know. I didn't think they could make up a small can like this, but I've had very good luck with Glidden house paint. The white, and I mean, this is about the best I can do, because I can get the gallon Bear number 9 solid stain, which I've used for years. It does nothing to protect the wood. At least this will protect the wood. On this, I'm looking all over online to preserve it, and I've got a can, the green can right there, that's got old gas, just a little bit, and oil mixed. I was going to put that on here, but that's about 5 years old. But I'm going to just do it with this. Okay, first I'm going to do is get some paint thinner, and I'm going to wipe down the sticky oil linseed oil that was put on spots here.
Another beautiful Saturday morning. I got up at 8 o'clock this morning. I got up early.
I was at Home Depot at 8 o'clock this morning. I was at Home Depot. I was in the restaurant at 7 o'clock this morning.
What'd you have?
I had the early bird special, that's what they call it. You get there before 8 a.m. For $8, you get your choice of bacon or link sausage. I can't eat bacon. I got no teeth. And it hurts gets in the rotted teeth, and it hurts like hell. Or link sausage. So I had link sausage, toast, stuffing, fries, and coffee. And all the coffee you can drink. Now, we've got to let this dry a little bit. You don't want to wet it down too much, because we're going to be putting latex over the top of it. That's just the way it is. You have no choice. So, this is still sticky. But I'll sand this area. We don't want it too wet.
main, the biggest thing is all this tree crap coming down. But I'll come back with a dry cloth and not going to really get the stickiness out of there. So the next step is take a dry cloth and go over the whole thing and then sand it. Be back.
I don't have a good selection of paper. I have 80 grit and I have 120 grit. That's all I have. So I gotta take the railing too? Oh yeah! I can't wait for the Canada to dry totally. I gotta work against, like I said, in between rain drops because it's gonna rain Monday. So I need a couple good dry days, today and tomorrow. So I can't wait. Not around here. We get rain almost every day. So that's what I gotta do. So I can't wait for this middle series to dry totally. I can wipe it as much as I can and then just do it. That's fine. So far, all I had was one coffee this morning. Well, if you get up early, you can find out for breakfast with me. I didn't think around in the morning. I'm a morning person. I want to eat early to get the job done. Started, I should say. Not gonna be perfect. You know? If the thing starts peeling, I'll just put some pressure-treated wood on top of this and paint that. You know, like 3/4 inch by 6 inch or 8 inch wide, which is what I was going to do and just go between these because I'm getting tired of this thing peeling all the time. So I'm going to start down there and work around because let that dry a little bit. I'll come up with another rag and hit that new section there, 2x6. That's the best I can do. If I can't get it all the way around, there's nothing I can do about it. It came over, that's all. Time is not on our side because of the weather. Yeah. A bit too hot and humid, I won't work either. It's a good day for yard sales today. Yeah, well, I ain't even got time to do that. I haven't seen any signs.
like I always do, is start out with the paint cover. It don't look anything like the redwood that I'm going to be using, but the point is, this is house paint mixed as redwood. So, regardless, when we use the cheap Behr number 9, it'll go over the top of all this. When I do the floor and the crisscrosses, that'll be the Behr number 9, the former $10 a gallon, now $15 a gallon. Because this here, you can see the difference.
Yeah.
This is more of a brown than a redwood, but the main thing I wanted to do is to do these, prevent these from splitting.
I mean, you put glue in them yesterday.
I put glue in them yesterday, but that's Tight Bond. It's outdoor glue, but I don't know if it's water resistant. I don't even know if this will dry, because I got as much oil off as I can. I'll be right back.
Essentially, the whole idea of this is to protect this, because when I put the cheap stuff on, the Behr number 9 watercolor I call it, it'll look more redwood, it'll look like this, and I can go over the top of this, because this is latex and that's latex, so you can't get weld base. And I tried to get that copper stuff, they don't even know what I'm talking about at Home Depot here, and I looked it online, it's insanely priced, $140 a gallon, they're sick in the head. I'm paying that kind of price. These are not easy to paint because you can always miss, especially on the backside. Let me help. No, you help them with the video. Painting's a one-man job. It's a boring job, too, as far as watching the video. I can only speed it up, probably. Well, you can, but I'm doing something. Hear me. Now, I'm going to come back over back there with a dry cloth, but I have a feeling I'm going to have a problem getting the paint to stick, because I have to protect the wood with oil and cedar oil, because you can't get oil-based paint for coupon oil anymore, so you have to use whatever you can, and unfortunately, if I could get oil-based paint, there'd be no problem painting over the oil and cedar oil. But because you can't anymore, I'm going to have to put it here. I don't like to do that and get it all over the AC. I'm going to do what I gotta do. Like I say, I'm only doing the railings, nothing more. And the knobs. And the knobs. The knobs are the hardest. I don't like to cover too much because I think it's still oil and cedar oil, as much as I like it. And I put this oil and cedar oil at least 3 weeks ago. I have to look back on my video when I did the knobs. I think it was 3 weeks ago, I think. I had plenty of time to soak in, if not now, it never will be. Yesterday I recorded you weed whacking with my Ultimax 4K camcorder. Yeah, well, we're doing... Which does pretty good. Does good videos. The sound isn't great, but the video quality is good. Bees, I hate yellow jackets. Time I see him, I have the spray ready. I'm going to keep bothering him, I'm going to get my spray out. Bug spray. The problem is, it'll happen when I get the spray all over the paint job. Underneath these blocks, I put phenol seal in it. It's clear phenol seal. When it dries, it comes out white, but when it dries, it's clear. However, when it rains, it's all white again. I told them that at Home Depot paint department. The girl didn't understand that. That's weird, she said. But that's the way it is. You know, there ain't no good products on the online anymore in paint stores. There were good stuff back in the 80s, in the 70s and 80s. I used to use creosol when I had my shop down in the cellar. Back in the 60s, I used creosol. That stuff, that's wood preservative. I hated the smell of that stuff. But that was right up there with Coupenol. If I was able to do these rails with Coupenol, you'd never have this problem. Yeah, it looks like a brownish. Yeah, it does. But this is just the way it is, and nothing I can do about it. But the redwood, the cheap stuff that I'm going to be using on the deck, which I used for years, will be painted over this. And then it'll look redwood. So in other words, this is going to be the protective coat for these knobs. Don't get on your shirt. I don't have a decent wood shirt. They're all rags from cleaning now. Yeah, they're all going. I just wear what I can. I try to be careful. I got my Sunday best pants on now. I even got rags, like some of these girls wear. A bunch of rags with their torn jeans. You ought to be ashamed of themselves going out in public with that crap. Yeah, they make them like that. Yeah, they're crazy. I wouldn't be caught dead in public wearing garbage like that. Alright, let's just see. Damn these. Let's see what we got here. Cold coffee tastes good. Coffee's gotta be hot. The thing is, unless I'm in an air-conditioned restaurant, if I drink hot coffee or anything hot, it makes me hotter. Summertime I like iced coffee because it's hot, but it's still hot iced coffee. Iced tea, yes, but not iced coffee. When I go out on Sunday, I make my coffee at Cumberland because you make it yourself. You make it however you want. Birds are chirping this morning.
Damn tree stuff was falling down into the paint. Best we can do. Now to make my own oil-based paint. Puncture a spray can, put it in a container, and do like I did with the weight paint on the outdoor bench. Make my own oil-based paint. Gotta do what you gotta do. I wiped this down as much as I could. It's still a little sticky. Not much I can do about it. If this was oil-based, I'd have no problem, but you can't get it anymore. Ridiculous.
I just have to hope that this stays on. I'm sure it will. We'll see. I don't have very good luck with paint adhering and usually peel off. Well, take the wood. Usually peels off and you find all wet wood underneath. Story of my life. What time did you get up today? 8 o'clock. 2 hours ago. I was in Home Depot. Yeah, I should have came with you, but, you know, I tell you. Look into my eyes. That's all I need. Blur my eyes out. Let's see if it is. Yeah, I was buying the paint. I was just getting up. The sun comes out and the humidity's low. I want to work. I'm ready to work. That sun, the daylight, I'm up. I was up at 5:30 this morning. I laid back down again. You got up at 6:30. That's right. Actually, I got up at 6:15. I laid back down and went up, got up at quarter after 6. And stayed up. I know, you're really rising in the morning. I always was. I was a miserable old goat when I was working second shift. I hated it. Because I am an early person. I always was. First thing I get up, I want to get my breath, get cleaned up, get my breakfast. A nice hot cup of coffee or two. Yeah. Start the day. You had 3 of them this morning. Well, yeah, I had refills. I can get ham, but the ham, the last few times I had it is very fatty. That's the only thing. It used to be real good over there. Not anymore. The last 4 or 5 times I went there, the ham is so damn fatty that I ate about 1/4 of it. The rest of it I had to... I mean, it's a good quarter-inch steak. It fills up half the plate. But by the time you cut off all the fat, you only get about 1/4 of the ham that's edible. Used to know a guy at work that would deliver me all the fat. Ugh. But then again, he didn't take care of himself because he was a smoker anyways. So, he didn't really care. He's probably dead now. He was my age. I got to put it down here. Yep. Yep, so, you know, they don't care about their health.
All right, folks. Time to paint the top of the bench. Have to keep brushing the tree stuff off. Quick job today. That's it for now. We have some things we got to do. Thanks for watching. Take care.